Alright, so before we get started, I would just like to point out that I might be a little harsh towards these units. However, I don't really explain it well in the video. It's because they're collab characters, and there's already a precedent for what collab characters should be. We had the Konosuba collab, and those units were really fucking good. And these units just don't hold up to that standard. And as far as I'm concerned, with the Konosuba collab characters, that's the standard that collabs need to meet or surpass. And these characters just simply don't do that. So don't summon on this banner, but let's get into the actual breakdown. This video is mad late and there's no face cam because if you thought I was staying up till 6, 7 o'clock in the morning again for this damn live stream just for them to edge me for 35 minutes before they actually reveal the thing that I'm fucking here for, you're wrong. So I went to bed and now I just went to the developer diary because I can skip through that. I can sift through their bullshit. But I just saw the kit for the main girl. I'm literally like, we're doing this shit live reaction. I read the kit for the first girl and I was just like, let me grab the mic because I gotta say I am not impressed so far. So she's got this new thing called live mode, which from what it seems like your damage will increase per orb you use for that turn. So if you send a full hand, then, well, for Soul of Skill, so if you send a full hand of green, then you will get a 12% increase to your attack till the end of battle. Whatever. And then secret skill gauge by 50% on greens, which is a choice. And then she has that Hinata effect, the second anniversary Hinata ability, where she changes the whole next hand. Just for her, it's all greens. And then she increases the damage by 25% for 2 turns. And then she's got a single target Earth for 5/10, no special effect. I gotta say, I'm not impressed. Usually for a collab unit, you want these characters to really like blow everything else out of the water to justify these units never coming back, because this unit is never coming back. I promise you, this collab will not do well enough for this to ever return. So, let's take a look at the others. I legitimately haven't even looked at the rest of them yet. I'm skipping through the developer diary right now. Shut up. Alright, so Protector Rimuru is next. Changes Soul of Protection and Soul of Secrets ×3 into Soul of Skills. So he's a 3/3 to 6, and then chance to make Pretty Sparkle Force invincible 100%. I'm guessing that's the new force they added, Pretty Sparkle. That's what it's called. And you just make them invincible for a turn. They just can't take damage. Increases all allies' magic attack until the end of battle by 12% unlimited. Like, the 3/3 to 6 greens and the magic attack is cool and all, but this whole invincibility thing being restricted to just the one category, and that's obviously the appeal behind this unit. Like, let's just say, for instance, you summon for these characters, you pull this Protector Rimuru, but you don't pull anyone else. This unit's just going to sit in your box, because he's going to be completely useless. Why use him when Frey exists? I guess Frey's more for physical characters, but still. I don't know. Maybe he'll be useful. Maybe I'm underestimating the stacks of that 12% magic attack. To be fair, you know, the new Luminous gives 12% attack to the Visions of Coleus tag, and that shit stacks up pretty damn quickly, so maybe I'm just underestimating him. I also feel as though, like, green teams don't really need protectors that orb change, because there's so many green orb changing units. Like, there's so many units that orb change into green. I feel like they don't really need it, but at the same time, I'm not mad that they have it. Whatever. Increases damage done by Pretty Sparkle Force. That is such a dumb fucking name. Pretty Sparkle Force characters to the space attribute by 60%. Increases magic characters' attack and defense by 25% at the beginning of each turn, from turn 2 onward. Decreases the skill cost by 10 for Vanguard allies. So he just forever decreases skill cost until it resets. Huh. You see, that's interesting. But I'm not exactly sure if you're going to really notice that, considering you're going to be using skills every turn. And the most expensive ones you're not really going to be using that often. Maybe it'll help you orb change a bit more. Because he's not actually increasing the amount of skill points you get or your skill cap. So yeah, actually I just noticed that. That means this is a burst team. This is 100% a burst team, because you're definitely not trying to go to turn 8 with this team. Because you literally just don't have enough points to stack those kinds of buffs. So this is definitely a burst team, which would explain why the last girl's kit was kind of meh. You kind of just want to do as much damage as quickly as possible, but I have never been a fan of burst teams because they're really only useful in very specific situations. It's like, if you can't kill by turn 4, then the team is useless. So, I don't know. Let's take a look at what's next. Free girl. Let's see what we got here. Shut up. Increases all Pretty Sparkle and World of Fantasy Force allies attack by 20%. Increases by 10% based on the number of times allies have received a secret skill attack. Okay. Decreases all targets' defense by 10%, and then changes Soul of Protection and Soul of Secrets times 1 to Soul of Skills. So she's got a special convert into green. Then increases Soul of Skills skill point increase by 20%. So her orb change is really good. The other one is whatever. Unleashes all target light attack for 290. Yeah. Decreases target's counter power by 15% for 2 turns. That's amazingly bad. Yeah, these might be the worst units we've gotten in a hot minute. Like, I'm just gonna be that guy. These might be the worst units we've gotten since the first anniversary Diablo. I think they're around on par with him. That's upsetting. Don't fucking summon on this banner, bro. Don't summon for these units. They suck. On paper, they suck. We'll have to see what they actually look like in game, but on paper, I don't like any of them. Rimuru is fine, and this Tsubasa has a really good orb change, but I'm not a fan of any. And keep in mind, I'm holding them to a higher standard because they're collab characters. They're supposed to be good because you need a reason to summon for these characters. The whole point this collab is happening is because they're trying to make money. How do you make money? By making people summon. How do you make people summon? By doing 2 things. 1, you promise them they can't do it again. And 2, you make the units hard to ignore. These units are very easy to ignore. I don't see a reason why you would summon for these characters. Now, I could be wrong once we get in game, but on paper, not a fan. I think they're not even below average. I think saying below average would be generous. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I'm going to go finish my coffee.